Hello, my name is Alan Michael. Welcome back to my channel. And in this lesson we're going to be going over how to play Summertime Blues by Eddie Cochran. In our previous lesson we covered the 1-4-5 in the key of E. So we got the E chord, the A chord, the B chord, and then back to the E chord. Those chords are going to make up this song. They actually make up the riff. That's it for the riff actually. And we'll go over the way to play the rhythm that you can sing over if you want to sing. That's actually fairly simple. It's actually only 2 chords, but we're going to use this rhythm device, kind of like power chords, but you know, it's really popular in blues and rock and roll. So let's get into it right away. So you need your E chord. I explained how to do that last lesson, but I'll explain it again. I'll explain everything fairly quickly again. So for your open E, you're going to have the low E string ring open, but you are going to strum it. You're going to have your middle finger on the A string, 2nd fret. You're going to have your ring finger on the D string, 2nd fret. You're going to have your pointer finger on the 1st fret of the G string. B and E are open. And then your A chord that you need. You can see that we're just laying our finger across there, kind of barring the bottom 4 strings. If that's not ringing, that's okay. Sometimes I deaden it. Not even on purpose, sometimes it just happens. I don't really strum all the way down there. It's a lot of sound coming through, a little jangly. So for that 8 chord, have that open A string, and then you're going to have D string 2nd fret, G string 2nd fret, and then B string 2nd fret. The B chord, which is the toughest, we'll go over 2 ways to play that. You're going to have your pointer finger on the A string, 2nd fret, and really that's all it's going to cover, that's all it has to worry about. And then you're going to take your ring finger, bar the next 3 strings on the 4th fret. So that's going to be D string 4th fret, G string 4th fret, and B string 4th fret. One more way to play that B chord is a B7th. This is actually an open chord. This was really a bar chord, but this shape is pretty nice to learn. It'll get comfortable to play. So for the B7 with the open, you're going to have your middle finger on that A string, 2nd fret. You're going to have your pointer finger, D string 1st fret. And then you're going to have your ring finger on the G string, 2nd fret. B string will be open. Don't want to deaden that. Try to get it in there. You can see that all my fingers are curled, kind of at a 90-degree angle to make sure that happens. There we go, nice and clean. And then finally, pinky is going to be on that 2nd fret of the high E. And those are your chords. So let's go over that rhythm. I'm going to count it like 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if that's the correct rhythm, beats-wise, lying in the bar, but that's what we're going to do. It helps me, and it'll help me get across what I'm talking about. So we'll have 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. So for the first chord, we're going 1, 2, and 3, and then on the 3, we are changing chords. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. And in between those chord changes, so 1, 2, and 3, so from E to A, 1, 2, and 3, I rake across those dead strings. I'm deadening the strings by just lightly pressing my hand, not even pressing, just resting my hand on the strings up here. Because if you press on it, you're going to get some sounds. You don't want that. You just want a nice percussive slap. And I just go, so that's up, down, and then I kind of just hit the thicker strings. You see that? So that's E to A. 1, 2, and 3. Percussive. And then 1, 2, and 3. And that would be B back to E. And then percussive again. Again, that's 1, 2 on the E chord, 1, 2, and 3, change chords, and then percussive slap, and then 1, 2, and on the B chord, 1, 2, and then 3, back on the E chord, and then percussive slap, and then it starts over again. And in the song, it just goes twice. Goes twice through that cycle. Just like that. About at that speed. If you need to slow it down, go ahead. You know, start slow as possible, and then work your way up to when you're comfortable. I'd say that's the most important part of the song, because the rest is fairly simple, and this is the part that everybody knows. And that's really good practice if you're just starting playing guitar and it's tough to go in between chords fairly quick. That's a nice rhythm that you can hook up to and just try to match with it. E is a key that is used a ton in rock songs and blues songs and pop songs. So, you know, the main genres that a lot of people play guitar for. Okay, so really practice that. You can go over that with the video that I just showed you. Another good thing to do to get your rhythm really, really locked in is listen to the recording and then match up with him. He's pretty quick. And I alternate between up and down strokes, and then sometimes I do all down strokes. So it's really up to you, really what you're feeling. There's more of a bounce to going up and down, and then down just has that certain sound to it. So it's really up to you. And again, if you're using that open B, that's okay too. It's going to sound really good. I believe that's actually what Eddie Cochran does on the recording. So, there you go. You got 2 ways to do that. Whatever you're comfortable with, maybe work it both ways. It's good to know B7, that comes up in a lot of songs. It's also good to know just a B. Alright, well let's go over the rhythm for that. The verse. So that was the rhythm for the riff. If you're going to be singing that song, you want something to sing over. So what I'm doing there, it's just an E chord. An E power chord to be exact. I am just pressing down. Well, you don't even need that. You just need the bottom 2 strings. You need your E string, your A string. And you're going to put your pointer finger on the A string. That E string is going to be open. You're going to strum both. And what you're going to do is bounce your ring finger on the A string. And you're going to go 4 to 2, I guess, right? And then a little bit later, the song goes to A. For that, all you're doing is just moving down. So you had your pointer finger on the A string, 2nd fret, strumming that open E along with it. That's for your E power chord. And then for your A power chord, you're going to have your pointer finger, 2nd fret of the D string, with that A open. You're not hitting that E anymore, you're done with the E. And then you're going to bounce that ring finger off the 4th fret. And you're going to use those two to sing the song if you want to sing it. So let's go over that a little bit. So you got that opening. And then you're right into the song. So. I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler. Working all summer just to try to earn a dollar. Well, I'd call my baby to try to get a date. My boss says no dice, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what am I gonna do. There ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Another cool thing that happens in the song, in between verses and in the intro, he uses his whammy bar a little bit, and then he starts the song. Just like that. If you don't have a whammy bar, you can actually go behind the nut, so that means by where your strings are wound, and push down a little bit. It gives the same effect. Alright, well that's it for Summertime Blues. So I would practice that one a decent amount. You know, it's good to get pretty quick between those chords. They're used in a lot of songs. And you know, those chords show up in other keys quite a bit. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the song. If you've never heard it, really give it a shot. It's a great, great song. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.